Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the campus of Washington County High School for football action. Tonight's game is between the DeSales Colts and your Washington County Commanders. We also want to welcome you into senior night. First, we will be honoring football. First, we have Trey Cheadle, number 24. He is the son of Sidney Cheadle. He is being escorted tonight by his mother and Ricky Cheadle. He has been involved with football for 4 years and basketball for 2 years. In his free time, he enjoys hanging out with friends and family, playing basketball and football, and driving around. His plans after high school to attend Elizabethtown Community and Technical College. Number 24, Trey Cheadle. Next, we have Dallas Clark, number 10. He is the son of Sean and Jennifer Clark, who are escorting him tonight. He has been involved with football for 4 years. In his free time, he enjoys spending time with his girlfriend, hunting, being with his family on the field, and hanging out with his best friend, Old Turkey, number 24. His plans after high school to get a steady paying job and enroll part-time in college. Number 10, Dallas Clark. Next we have number 5, Daniel DeWitt. He is the son of Cynthia DeWitt, who is escorting him tonight. He's been involved in football for 4 years, baseball 4 years, and FFA for 4 years. In his free time, he enjoys chilling with his brothers and squad, hunting, fishing, being outside with Mother Nature, partying, riding around, and attending swim parties at the Floyd's crib. His plans after high school to attend Western Kentucky University and major in engineering. Daniel DeWitt. Next we have number 18, John Floyd. He is the son of John and Lucy Floyd, who are escorting him tonight. He's been involved with football for 4 years, baseball 4 years, basketball 2 years, FFA 4 years, FCCLA 1 year, Beta 1 year, team leadership, youth salute, and senior salute. In his free time, he enjoys fishing, swimming, hanging out with friends, playing 2K, getting his teeth fixed, flossing his 2 front teeth, and looking at Snapchat. His plans after high school are to play football in college or attend Eastern Kentucky University. Number 18, John Floyd. Next we have Christopher Rayleigh, number 73. He is the son of Mike and Angela Rayleigh, who are escorting him tonight. He has been involved with football for 4 years, FCCLA and FCA. In his free time, he enjoys listening to music, playing outdoors, and bullying his brother Mike. After high school, he plans to attend college and become a physical therapist. Number 73, Christopher Rayleigh. Next we have Andrew Scott, number 76. He is the son of Terry and Terry Keith, who are escorting him tonight. He's been involved with football for 4 years, FFA for 3 years, and FCCLA for 1 year. In his free time, he enjoys fishing, hunting, and playing 2K. His plans after high school are to attend college and learn. Number 76, Andrew Scott. Next, our final football senior, number 21, Jack Wheatley. He is the son of Steve and Kathy Wheatley, who are escorting him tonight. He's been involved with football for 1 year and baseball for 3 years. In his free time, he enjoys hanging out with friends and hunting. His plans after high school are to attend Western Kentucky University. Number 21, Jack Wheatley. Next we have golf. We have one golfer tonight, Landon Taylor. He is the son of Kevin and Michelle Taylor, who are escorting him tonight. He's been involved with baseball for 4 years, golf 4 years, FFA 4 years, National Honor Society 2 years, and Beta 2 years, and also Governor's Scholar. In his free time, he enjoys hunting, fishing, and golfing. His plans after high school is to attend Western Kentucky University, the University of Louisville, or the University of Kentucky. Landon Taylor. Next, we will recognize cross country. First, we have Avery Black. He is the son of Scott and Stacy Black and is being escorted tonight by his parents. He has been involved with cross country 1 year, track 2 years, beta 3 years, National Honor Society 2 years, and team leadership 1 year. In his free time, he enjoys listening to music, watching Netflix, and hanging out with friends. His plans after high school to attend college. He is undecided on major. Avery Black. Next we have Megan Floyd. She is the daughter of Jeff and Stephanie Floyd and being escorted tonight by her mother. She has been involved with basketball for 4 years, cross country 1 year, National Honor Society 2 years, beta 2 years. In her free time, she enjoys spending time with family and friends, playing with her nephew Hunter, playing basketball, and depending on the day work. Her plans after high school are to attend college and major in forensics. Megan Floyd. Next we have Kyle Schrader. He is the son of Brian and Robin Schrader and is being escorted tonight by his parents. He has been involved with cross country for 2 years, baseball for 4 years, FFA 4 years, National Honor Society 2 years, and beta for 2 years. In his free time, he enjoys hunting, fishing, playing basketball, running, and hanging out with family and friends. His plans after high school are to attend college and commission into the United States Navy. Kyle Schrader. Next, we have our band members. First, we have Jordan Donahue. She is the daughter of Eddie Donahue and Lisa Darby. She's been escorted tonight by her parents as well as Tom Darby and Jody Donahue. She's been involved with marching band for 5 years and career club 2 years. In her free time, she enjoys camping, chilling at home, watching Netflix, and hanging out with friends. Her plans after high school are to attend college. Jordan Donahue. Next we have Vermont Gallon. He's the son of Benjamin and Peggy Gallon, who are escorting him tonight. He's been involved with marching band for 6 years. In his free time, he enjoys reading, spending time with family, and going to church. His plans after high school are undecided. Vermont Gallon. Next we have Ryan Hatch. He is the son of Stephen and Carolyn Hatch and is being escorted tonight by his mother. He has been involved with marching band for 6 years. In his free time, he enjoys playing video games, fishing, and listening to music. His plans after high school are to major in music, education, and minor in Christian leadership. Ryan Hatch. Next we have Andrew Jerome. He is the son of Mark and Charlotte Jerome. He's being escorted tonight by his father. He's been involved with marching band for 5 years, track and field for 1 year. In his free time, he enjoys hanging out with the drum line and watching University of Kentucky basketball. His plans after high school are to attend Capitol University and major in either filmography or photography. Andrew Jerome. Next we have Caitlin Mason. She is the daughter of Tony and Lisa Mason, who are escorting her tonight. She has been involved with marching band for 5 years, concert band for 7, art club 4 years, and National Honor Society for 2 years. In her free time, she enjoys baking sweets, working at Star Hill Provision, drawing, hanging out with band kids, friends, and family. Her plans after high school are to attend Elizabethtown Career and Technical College and go into culinary arts. Caitlin Mason. Our final senior tonight is Aaron Whipson. He is the son of George and Carol Whipson, who are escorting him tonight. He's been involved in band for 5 years, Castle Club 3 years, and archery 1 year. In his free time, he enjoys video games and spending time with family and friends. His plans after high school are to attend a tech college before working his way up to being part of a video game development group. Aaron Whipson. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give all of our seniors and their parents a big round of applause for their commitment to athletics at Washington County High School.
If you haven't already, stop by our booth at the entrance of the football field to purchase an awareness t-shirt for $10. All proceeds will be going to a person in our community who is currently battling breast cancer. Tonight, our primary goal is to recognize that cancer, especially breast cancer, can have an effect on many of our lives here in Washington County. It is said that 1 in 8 women in their lifetime will develop breast cancer. As a result, it is imperative that everyone work towards a cure. With abundant faith and support, women in our community can conquer breast cancer. To display this great hope, we have asked that breast cancer survivors from this community come and join us tonight. At this time, we want to recognize these wonderful ladies and applaud them for their unbelievable strength and fight. And now, at this time, we would like to take a moment of silence for those who were not able to beat breast cancer and sadly lost their battle. In honor of these people that have lost their lives, we ask that everyone release their balloon. With hope, there is a chance for a cure. Thank you all for coming out tonight and enjoy the game.
Is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and here at Washington County High School they are recognizing that by not only the release of several balloons but also by wearing pink here tonight. We're about 14 minutes away from the kickoff of Washington County taking on DeSales in district action, so glad to have you alongside this evening. As I mentioned, Jimmy Wethington has the evening off this evening, and well-deserved as we've been working Jimmy pretty much some overtime here the past couple of weeks. But we will be having Matthew Thomas join us here this evening, and I'll be getting him in here as he's just getting settled in. Glad to have him joining us this evening for this game. You look at DeSales, and we talked about how they had that outstanding record of 7-0 and that big win against Christian Academy. They started out the season a win over Ballard, 37-22. Defeated Butler, 28-27. A win over Holy Cross Louisville, 47-0. Another win over Fern Creek, 21-13. Defeated Lexington Catholic, 38-26. North Hardin, 42-0. And as I mentioned, I thought one of the biggest wins is the win they had last week against Christian Academy Louisville, 21-3. Meanwhile, Washington County started out with 2 wins, defeated Campbellsville by a score of 46-36, then an overtime victory over Bethlehem, 29-22. Lost to Kentucky Country Day, 52-6, and then a win over Thomas Nelson, 55-37. Marion County, a win for Washington County, 42-6, and then a win over Caverna, 48-6. They lost to Western Hills. Of course, Western Hills, that Robinson, the young man that everybody's looking at. Washington County lost to Western Hills, 50-20, and then a win last week, 49-6, as Washington County did defeat Shawnee. Keep it right here when we come back. Matthew Thomas will join me. We'll break down this game for you. Don't forget, you can tune in also online or download our app, as you can listen to this game anywhere around the world at WLSKFM.com. Keep it right here. We're back with more pregame. This is Washington County and DeSales on 100.9 WLSK. Christopher, they're doing the national anthem. called it David and Goliath as far as the type of game we have here tonight, but you know as well as I do whenever you see teams like a DeSales come in and they knock off a Christian Academy Louisville last week, it's going to be a uphill climb tonight for Washington County.
Yeah, whenever you text this morning, I got to looking at their schedule, and I know you just ran it down, but whenever I looked at it, I saw they were 7-0, but then when you dug a little bit deeper and realized they weren't playing like some mediocre teams to get to 7-0. No. They were playing the biggest and the best in Louisville, and one score like you said that really stood out was when they beat Cal 21-3, and then shut out North Hardin 42-0, and just some great wins that they've had this year.
Matthew, you're a coach and you've been in some big games before. When you go in and you're an underdog, what do you do? It doesn't matter if it's football, soccer, basketball like you coach. What do you do to get your team prepared, not just physically but mentally, for an uphill challenge like Washington County's going to have tonight?
Well, the first thing we may go over in the locker room is, you can play a mediocre or a bad team and go out and get a win every night. But if you come into this game playing a team like DeSales, and if you were to steal this one, this would be just a monumental win for the history of Washington County football. So you kind of build off that and, let them know how big it could be if it happens. And then whenever you're the underdog, you're going to have to take some chances. You're going to have to open up the playbook, take some shots, get out of there on those 3rd and 3s, get out of there, get the ball back, and make some big plays on offense.
Well, and also, if you can pull off that upset, it's going to put you in such a great position when you're in a 4-team district. You're automatically going to go to the playoffs in the first round. Mm-hmm. So a win over Shawnee's pretty much puts you at a number 3 if you can't come up with the upset over Cal or DeSales. But if you can, you may be able to Dodge, which is a different a group that Washington County will be playing this year in 2A, as they'll be going more to the north central part of Kentucky. You've got a Walton Verona who's 5-2, who very well could be the top team in there, or an Owen County at a 5-2. You at a 2 slot could have a much different situation maybe and play someone much lower down that totem pole, maybe like a Carroll County.
Yeah, it's huge. The group that the district that Washington County's in the 2A. I mean, you take Cal and DeSales, and that's just 2 huge programs. I mean, not only for that district, but those are well-known programs in Jefferson County, big programs. So if you could steal one tonight and then get a matchup like that, and that really build confidence going into playoffs with the opportunity to win a game or 2.
Marion County, since we talked a little bit about Marion County, they are on the road this evening. East Jessamine, they're going to be playing in Jessamine County. And again, Marion County this year looking for that first win. And they've got tonight, and then they've got Taylor County. And not only do they have to win both of those games to get into the playoffs, there's some other things that have to happen out there as well. So it's complicated, but it could mathematically happen if they won tonight in Taylor County and if someone else loses in their district.
Right. I think a few weeks ago when you looked at East Jessamine, you thought, back-to-back games, East Jessamine, Taylor County, you have a good shot. And the last few weeks, East Jessamine has taken a stranglehold on the district. They knocked off Mercer and Taylor County to move in the top of the district. So if they could go up there tonight and pull one off, which I think they can, that'd be big. It would set up a nice matchup with Taylor County next weekend with a chance to get into the playoffs.
Washington County and DeSales. We'll take another timeout. When we come back, we're going to toss the coin. This is high school football on 100.9 WLSK. Back here at Washington County High School, Hal Good, Matthew Thomas. Only about 5 minutes away from the kickoff of Washington County and DeSales this evening. It's been senior night here tonight for Washington County. We mentioned those seniors earlier, and they were all recognized. Last week, Matthew, and John Floyd, of course, for Washington County, the quarterback, 6-foot senior, did not play at all in Shawnee. So rested him up. He was injured in an earlier game this year, really a couple of the games from that standpoint, but they gave him a really good rest last week against Shawnee because Washington County had really no problem with the Golden Eagles last week.
Gotcha. You know, I haven't seen Washington County play much, so I'm going to be, a little behind. I guess you're.
Oh, you're going to be fine.
Quarterback John Floyd. So what kind of injury did he have last week?
Yeah, he's been hampering a hamstring here and there. So, but I mean, he's such a competitor. He just plays so hard. I mean, he just plays hard and he just keeps going. So, I mean, he's definitely one to be having out there this evening. Of course, players are making their way out to the midfield.
At number 1,
and Jackson Graves is going to have the wireless mic out there and talk to the head official, and we'll go right to the midfield mark. Let's have our flip of the coin.
and number 18, John Floyd.
Jackson's not like his dad. He needs to jump right. He needs to jump in the middle of them. He's working on getting in position out
All right,
there.
guys, what
There
we're
he
going to
goes.
do
Here
now
we go.
is determine who's going to kick,
Flip of
who's
the
going to
coin.
receive, okay? You being the visiting team, I'm going to let you call it. See, you got a head, tails, tails. You call it in the air. Call it loud enough for my umpire to hear you. You ready, sir? Call it. Tails have been called. Look in here. It's head. Means you
Washington
won the
County
toss,
wins the
okay?
toss.
You have 3 choices. You can kick.
Defer.
You want to defer
sir.
to the second half, okay?
Washington County will defer.
Which way you want to kick, Coach? Away? Okay. You want to kick this way? Slide around this way, guys.
All right, there, Washington County. They come up with the win of the flip. They have deferred to the second half as DeSales. We'll see that mighty Colt offense hit the field as we have district action for you. It's Washington County, DeSales. We got the action for you here tonight, right here on 100.9 WLSK. That has really been working hard on their athletics. Private school for boys, and very similar to a Christian Academy, Louisville. I mean, you see some powerful sports programs that are maybe not a Trinity, maybe not a St. X, but boy, they sure have been running havoc in 2A. There's no question about that.
I guess the classes are based on male population, correct?
Correct.
And, that basically tells me if they have 80 to 90 players on their team, that if you go to DeSales, you're playing football.
DeSales dressed in the brown, white, and orange. I mean, the white jerseys with the brown pants, white helmets with the brown D on either side. Washington County will be dressed in their black uniforms this evening with the blue helmets, blue letters, blue numbers, the gold W with the swords on either sleeve, and the gold trim on the jerseys. Washington County win the flip of the coin. They have deferred to the second half. We also understand, you don't know how much action we'll see out of John Floyd tonight, the 6-foot senior. It's senior night, but we'll keep an eye on that, as we do know that chances are we'll see some activity from him tonight. But you know, when you play teams like DeSales and Cal, it may be some limit that we'll see on a player that's not 100%. There's a kick touched by DeSales, and it'll roll out of bounds at the DeSales, I'm going to say 28-yard line. So Washington County and Benjamin Romero, almost just like a line drive kick, and as it rolls out, we'll see DeSales come in, and they will start out 1st and 10. Looks like the official's going to say on the DeSales 31-yard line. They'll be moving right to left from our press location here at the Bennett R. Lewis Field in Springfield. Can't tell you a lot about what DeSales do because they're going to do a little bit of everything. One thing they will do is they will take it right to you. Antoine Johnson, he is the quarterback, 5'8.5", sophomore, and we'll go play action on the right side. Nope, there's going to be handoff. Terrell Watkins, 6'2", senior, goes over to the 34, 35-yard line, stopped at the 36. It'll be 2nd down and 5. Just underway, a run on the first play, and they do have a powerful backfield back there. Watkins is just one of the running backs. We also have Olson, Bewley, Stivers, and Marks. There's the snap. Give comes off the left side. This time back to the 37, 38-yard line. Nice job by Washington County, as we're able to see Washington County come in there and stack it up and be able to stop. That was Gabriel Marks stopped on that. Gain of 1, so 3rd down and 4. Not a bad first couple series for the Commander defense.
Right, this was a play we was talking about pregame. You know, when you get to that 3rd and 4, 3rd and 3, Washington County's going to want to get off the field right here, see if their defense can make a big stop.
Johnson behind center for the Colts. Takes the snap. Play action, rolls to the right. He'll tuck it under and run 40, 45, gets the first down 50. Still on his feet to the Washington County 45-yard line. 1st down DeSales.
Nice play call there by the Colts as they sent a man in motion, faked the handoff to the near side of the field, and Johnson rode out and picked up probably about 15 to 20 yards on that carry.
Washington County will take a timeout. We'll take a timeout. 10:49 to go in the first quarter of play. Washington County 0, DeSales 0. High school football on 100.9 WLSK. After DeSales gets their first down, Washington County takes the timeout. DeSales in Commander territory at the 44-yard line. Johnson with the give. Left side would go. That's going to be Baum. 40, 39 to the 38-yard line. Ashton Baum, a 6-foot senior, gets about 4. It'll be 2nd down and 6. No, maybe even more than that. How about he gets 6, 2nd down and 4.
Number 2, Caleb Foster, in on the tackle for the Commanders there. Coach staying with the ground game tonight.
Big offensive tackle there Travis Siebert, 6'7", 304 pounds. Look at him on the outside there. Second down, DeSales. Give goes over right tackle this time. With the run was Chase Fratt. Fratt, the 6-foot senior, gets a couple. How about third down and 1 on the Commander 35?
Washington County's defensive line is doing a good job of holding up early in this game, not getting steamrolled by the offensive line, doing a good job of hanging in there, not giving much up off the middle.
I agree with you. 9:52 to go. Clock runs here in the first quarter of play, scoreless, 0-0. DeSales, third down and short. Johnson behind center, takes the snap with the give, left side, that's Stivers. Stivers gets the first down to the 31-yard line, and it will be first down. That run by Savon Stivers, a 5'6" junior. They have not used the same player twice to run in their offensive series so far tonight. We've seen a different player each time.
Means you got options. That's a good problem to have as a head coach.
And all of them have done well. We haven't seen any one player lose any yards. First and 10 on the Commander 31, moving downfield with DeSales. They'll flip it off the right side. That's going to be Watkins. Watkins comes up, and he pretty much caught by Washington County. If he gained any, I'll be surprised. I think they're going to lose. Yeah, loss of a yard. Second down at 11. Good job by Washington County.
I tell you what, the defensive end on the far side, number 55, Billy Thomason, did a great job of containing that end and making him go back because he stood outside. He didn't go for the tackle. He just pushed him back into his fellow lineman and able to come up with a nice stop there.
Loss of 1. Second down and 11 on the Commander 32. Here's Watkins. Had some trouble with the snap, but he gets it. Flips it off the left side. Here's Watkins. 25-20. Breaks a tackle 10. Gets down to the 4. Stopped at the 3. It'll be first and goal to DeSales. Terrell Watkins, 6'2". He is just a sophomore.
It's a big back with a lot of speed coming out of there. Number 5, Daniel DeWitt for the Commanders in on the tackle.
First and goal, DeSales. They're going to mark Watkins, say he stopped at the 5. First and goal on the Commander 5. Johnson behind center takes the snap with the give. Here we go again. That's Watkins. A little shake and bake. Left side, right side, end zone. Touchdown, DeSales.
Wow, he stopped on a dime right there. Looked like he was going to try to get the corner and immediately made a cut back upfield with some explosion. That's a big back with a lot of power and speed right there.
Terrell Watkins, just a sophomore on this team, scores from 5 yards out. So it is 6-0 DeSales as they strike first on their first offensive series. Again, pretty much only one play where they lost any yardage whatsoever. Sam Custis is the kicker. Oh, stand corrected. Noah Hubert. Hubert up and through the uprights and good. 8:14 to go here in the first quarter of play. DeSales will strike first. DeSales 7, Washington County 0. This is high school football on 100.9 WLSK. Touchdown, point after good, 8:14 to go in the first quarter of play, 7-0. DeSales leads Washington County. How good, Matthew Thomas? You know, it was almost a perfect series of offense for the Colts of DeSales.
Yeah, they kind of nickel and dimed it down there. Only had a couple runs for 20, but they were very methodical as they went. Got to 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3, and they made some plays. Stuck with the ground game the entire time and wanted to kind of impose their will early.
Herbert will do the kicking for DeSales. Dawson and Ellery back to receive. And you look at players like a Mike Ellery, a 5'11 freshman. He's had a great year. And what can you say about Jabias Dawson? Dawson also 5'9.5", sophomore. He's played well. Let's see how the Colts will fare as they just kick it away. And that's going to be Dawson, takes it at the 20, 25, gets to the 30, 35, down to the 38-yard line. That's where we'll see Washington County start out 1st and 10. As they trail DeSales 7-0. Marking on the Commander 38. Upfield, 1st and 10, Washington County. And we do see John Floyd, 6-foot senior, come out to start at least this game, but we have heard that he may not play long tonight. We'll see. 1st and 10. Of course, this is a top-ranked defense, DeSales is. Floyd, high snap, gives to Dawson. Dawson straight up the middle, 40, 41, down to the 44-yard line. Nice game. Dawson able to slide through there for about 7 yards. 2nd down and 3.
Yeah, right there is what I thought of whenever I heard about Dawson and how he played. Right there is the typical, look like the Benny Snell handoff that Kentucky uses all the time. Right there, and just he didn't try to get east and west. He just went straight up the field, knocked off about 7 yards right there.
2nd down and 3. Commanders on their own 45. Again, we go with Dawson. Left side, nothing doing this time. They're going to catch Dawson for a loss at the 41. Loss of about 3.
Yeah, a little high snap right there. And he got it, and he had nowhere to go. As soon as he took the handoff from Floyd, he was gobbled up back there.
3rd down and 6 on the Commander 41. Floyd out of the shotgun. Floyd, one wide out to the left, trying to get DeSales to jump on this 3rd and long. But nothing doing on that as he changed the play call. Now, Floyd takes the snap, flips it to Dawson. Dawson off the right side, stopped at the 42-yard line. It's 4th down.
The big defensive end there. Dawson made a good cut upfield. Number 87 took him down on that corner right there.
So 4th down. Washington County will go into punt formation. Trey Cheatham back to punt from the Washington County 25-yard line. And I was wanting to say I didn't know if the DeSales is going to bring anybody out. But yeah, Stivers comes out there. Stivers, the lone recipient back there for the punt. Cheatham takes it.
Nice punt.
Boy, back Stivers up at the 20. And away he goes. 25, 30. Gets down to the 33-yard line. He's stopped in there by a barrage of Commanders. 5:58 to go here in the first quarter of play. DeSales 7, Washington County 0.
That was a nice punt right there. Had a lot of air under the ball. Looks good.
Cheatham's done a nice job on that. Wheatley on that special teams. We've seen and heard a lot of Wheatley this year. He made the stop on that. So 1st and 10. DeSales on the Commander 34. Behind center we go. That's going to be Johnson. Johnson with the handoff. Off the right side he goes. That's going to be Fratt. 40, 41, down to about the 42-yard line to the 44. Looks like 1st down DeSales.
The number 5, Daniel DeWitt, in on the tackle for the Commanders.
So 1st down DeSales. They move to the 44-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10.
Gain of 10 yards on the play.
Back behind center we go with DeSales and Johnson. He'll take the snap. Now it's the keeper. Over 49, 50, 49, 45, breaks the tackle. 40, 35 to the 30-yard line. Finally knocked out of bounds by DeWitt. Inside that 30. Well, no, they're going to say right at the 32.
Yeah, nice little play call there. You know, had the man going this way and went back inside with the handoff there as he took it downfield. I thought he was gone there for a second, but Washington County defender able to push him out.
1st and 10 DeSales on the Commander 32. On the far side, it looked like he got inside that 30, but nevertheless, it's going to be 1st down in Washington County territory. Rolling to the left is Johnson. Johnson looking to pass. Plenty of time. Caught back in the backfield at the 35-yard line. Nice job in there by Washington County's Clark.
The Dallas Clark with the penetration there. The quarterback set up looking downfield to make a throw, and Clark slid in with the sack. Nice play right there.
Loss of 4, 2nd down and 14 as they'll mark it on the Washington County 35, moving downfield with DeSales. They lead Washington County 7-0 with 4:44 remaining in the first quarter of play. Wideouts, 2 to the left. We're out of the shotgun this time with Antoine Johnson. Takes the snap, back to throw. Play action on 2nd down, looking deep, looking end zone. Airs it out, it's going to be incomplete. His intended receiver was Cameron Perry. It will be 3rd down.
Yeah, nice play call right there. Took a shot, had a receiver, threw it just a little out in front of him. Receiver couldn't come up and make the play on that one. Washington County in good position here, 3rd and 14. See if they can't get a stop.
3rd down and long for DeSales. Johnson. Antoine Johnson, 5'8.5", 181-pounder. He's just a sophomore, leading this team out of the shotgun. Trips to the right, one wide out to the left. Here's Johnson with the pass. Over the middle, it's going to be complete. Fran will have it at the 35, 34 to the 33-yard line. Stop. It'll be 4th and long for the Colts.
Jack Wheatley in on the stop for the Commanders. You know, little screenplay right there. Held strong on it. Defense didn't bite, and what a play, what a stop.
Nice job by Washington County. It'll be 4th down and 11.
Looks like DeSales is going to go for it right here.
In this field position with the ball resting on the 33 of Washington County, probably a 4th down situation.
Watch the ball.
Let's see what happens on this. Washington County, they've played well on the defense this first quarter. Trips to the right, one way up to the left, and here we go back out of the shotgun again with Johnson. Back to pass over the middle, complete at the 21, down to the 20 to the 19 for a 1st down. Laura Tay Standard, 6-foot senior, comes up with the reception and the 1st down for the Colts.
Yeah, they threw it right to the 1st down marker right there. They had a tight end out in space right there, threw it to him, took 2 steps, picked up about 14 yards right there. Nice play call by the Colts.
In the red zone, they are going to be on that Commander 19, 1st and 10. With the give, we go over right tackle. That's going to be Hollenkamp. Darian Hollenkamp, 5'11 sophomore. Downfield to the 16, maybe about the 15-yard line. I'll give him 5. 2nd down, 5, Matthew.
Yeah, they got to do a good job moving people right there. You know, they had one guy going out and snuck the handoff in on the inside. Interesting offense right here. Very, very disciplined.
2:58 to go in the first quarter of play. DeSales leads Washington County 7-0. The snap, the give. Again, they'll go right side. That's Hollenkamp. Hollenkamp to the 10. Let's see where they mark it. I don't think he's quite there. It's going to be 3rd down and short. I'll say 3rd down and a long yard. They'll mark it on the 10. 3rd down for DeSales. 3rd down and 1 on the Commander 10. Antoine Johnson. Boy, he's worked that clock here tonight, too, in this first quarter.
Yeah, been a very quick first quarter.
Johnson takes the snap with the give. Left side we go. That's going to be Fratt. Gets the 1st down to the 8-7 to the 5-yard line. I think they'll mark it at the 5. It'll be 1st and goal on the 5 for DeSales.
When you're constantly running the ball, that clock just keeps on ticking, leads for a fast game.
They're going to hammer it to Washington County. They're just going to keep hammering it and hammering it tonight. 1st and goal on the 4. Back again with Johnson. The snap, the give. Right tackle we go. That's Fratt. Fratt to the 2-1. Did he make it in? I don't know if he got in or not. I didn't see him. I think he stopped at about the 1. Fratt stopped at the 1, where it will be 2nd down and goal for DeSales at the Commander 1. Yeah, it happened on the far side of the field and just didn't quite get in. 2nd down and goal DeSales. Pretty much a machine. They've just been marching down. Johnson again behind center. Johnson the snap. Again, they're going to go right tackle with Fratt, and this time he'll get in for the 6. Touchdown DeSales.
Yeah, like you said, like a machine, well-oiled machine, you know. Very, very disciplined. They get the holes they want. They're just a good football team.
1:21 to go in the first quarter of play. It's 13-0 DeSales. Now for the point after. Sales will line up. Herbert will do the honors for the Colts. There's the set. The kick is up.
Oh,
I think this one's going to be off. We'll see. Nope, they're going to say good.
slid through there.
Shows what I know. So, point will be good. 1:24 to go in the first quarter of play. Your score, DeSales 14, Washington County 0. This is high school football on 100.9 WLSK. Run for DeSales. And again, it was Chase Pratt with that run, the extra point. Good. 1:24 to go here in the first quarter of play. And it is DeSales 14, Washington County 0. Score to pass along to you at East Jessamine. It's 17-0. East Jessamine leading with 3 minutes to go in that first quarter of play. 17-0 East Jessamine leading Marion County. High kick by DeSales. Washington County will catch the ball finally at the 25, as that ball was as live as could be. And we'll see Washington County grab it and take a big hit over there at the 32-yard line. That's where they'll start out, 1st and 10.
Yeah, that ball hung in the air for a while, and I was waiting for Washington County receiver to slide under it, and he just did at the last second and had to pay for that because they were right on him when he caught it.
Before we jump into this offense, Marion County down 17-0 to East Jessamine, early going. Any thoughts?
Hopefully they can get it together and make a little run.
That's what they need.
Yeah.
Just a little wind behind the sails, don't they? 1st and 10. There's the give off the left side. Nothing doing as DeSales all over it. I was looking out here, and we knew this was probably going to be coming, but quarterback in there is now Jacob Yates. He played the entire game at Shawnee, 6 foot, 151-pound freshman. I don't know if we'll see Floyd anymore tonight.
The DeSales just swarms to that ball. Dawson took it, and they had multiple people waiting.
Floyd probably not going to play. He's not 100% with his injuries. And you're not going to jeopardize him if you're going to maybe see some playoff games where you might be able to, and I'll comment after this, go over right tackle. Looks like maybe they go with Dawson again, but help Ellery on the run this time. I don't think Ellery's going to get anything. It's going to be third down and give me a yard. Have a third down and still short 8. If you're not 100%, you're playing a DeSales, and you want to come in here and win this game, but you could maybe play them 10 times and not beat them because they're that type of team.
Yeah.
But you want to be competitive, but you also don't want to put some of your more premier players in situations when they're not 100% against players that are 100%. It puts you at a huge disadvantage.
Right. Definitely want to keep your eyes on the prize, which is playoffs down the road.
First quarter complete here at Washington County High School. Your score, DeSales 14, Washington County 0. This is high school football on 100.9 WLSK. It's DeSales leading Washington County 14-0. Hal Good, Matthew Thomas, we were talking earlier, and Coach Hack is here in the press box. And I want to get more defined on Floyd, and it's his ankle that's not 100%. Now, he's taken, he's had some pulled hamstrings. He's had a lot of injuries in his career here, but what's hampering him, it's not 100%, is his ankle. So, looking forward, as far as Washington County, of course, they play Cal next week on the road. They have an off week, and then the playoffs come up. So, you can very easily look for the playoffs and try and keep a player like Floyd, get him healthy for games like that.
Yeah, that's what you got to do right there.
No question. No question. So 3rd down and 8. And we'll see Yates back to throw. He'll pass down the field. It's caught at the 40-yard line by Wheatley. He takes a heck of a hit, but it's a first down, Washington County.
Nice play there by Wheatley, and on that pass, I thought the safety had a shot at the pick right there, but his eyes were lighting up to try to lay the hit right there. And Washington County receiver did a great job hanging on to that ball because he took a hit as soon as he caught the ball. Nice play to start the second quarter for the Commanders.
Jack Wheatley, he took a heck of a hit, but he also had a great catch. And we're going to see a little motion. No flag. But Yates back there, I thought maybe for sure we'd see an offside. Officials didn't call it. 1st and 10 on the 41 of Washington County. Give to Ellery. Not much of a gain, if any. It'll be 2nd down 10. Maybe we'll go on and say 2nd down 9.
Yeah, I saw them. It looked like they got it in the neutral zone right there. I was waiting for Washington County to either snap it and have a free play or the official to blow the whistle on a neutral zone, but it never happened.
I don't even know if he gained a yard on that. He gained, but not much. 2nd down and long 9. And Jacob Yates, 6-foot freshman in there. Quarterback out of the shotgun, takes the snap. With the give, they go right tackle. Dawson on this one. I'm not so sure if he didn't gain anything on that one. They're still going to give him a yard. That's a generous mark by the officials. 3rd down and now for sure 9.
Big moment for the freshman here, having to come in and go against this top-ranked DeSales defense.
Yeah, he had a really good game against Shawnee last week, and you're seeing the total opposite type of team tonight from the likes of a Shawnee and a DeSales. Total opposite, a total 360. 3rd down and 9. Yates takes the snap. Lateral pass right side, going to be incomplete.
Oh, I thought he took off running with it.
Maybe he came up with it. Why'd they blow the whistle whenever he came up with it? Oh, he caught it. Maybe he was down when he caught it. If he came up with that was Wheatley. Yeah, that's what's going to be the case. He caught it, but he went to his knees, hit his knees down there. That's why the official blew the whistle. I thought it was incomplete on the far side, but he caught it and was down. So loss of about 4. 4th down and 13. So a punting situation for Washington County. They trail DeSales 14-0. High snap, but Cheatham does another.
Wow.
Oh, what a kick by Cheatham. Standard lets it go over his head, but he takes it at the 9. Gets upfield 15. Now to
Block
the 20.
in the back.
He's got some space. I don't see a flag down.
Wow.
30 down to the 32-yard line.
Right at the 20-yard line, there was a clear shot in the back, and no flags came out. I mean,
yeah, no flags on the play. You could see that one for sure here. So it'll be 1st down DeSales on their own 34. Moving left to right from our press facility here at Washington County High School with 9:29 to go in the first half. 14-0 is your score, with DeSales leading Washington County. DeSales on the give. Here we go. Left side with the run. Away we go. Fratt will have it. 40-45 down to the 49-yard line. Aaron Fratt, a junior quarterback in there. We're seeing a lot of new players. Fratt was the quarterback a moment ago. We'll see if he'll stay in there as it's 1st and 10 on the DeSales 46-yard line. Fratt will stay in there. Takes the snap. with the give. Left side we go. Wilkerson upfield, 49-50, 49 to the 48. That again is Zane Wilkerson, a 6'1.5" freshman. We're seeing almost on every play consistently fresh players. Second down and 4 on the Commander 48 with 8:50 to go in the first half. It's 14-0 DeSales.
When you have 90 guys on the sideline, it allows, for your guys to stay fresh. Washington County's defense spent a lot of time on the field thus far, going back to what you said earlier.
Pratt on the give. They're going to go off the right side. That's Chase Pratt. 45 to the 40-yard line for another first down to DeSales.
Nothing fancy about Pratt. Just puts his head down, keeps his legs going, and he's moving the ball well. Early on in the game, you said, Washington County defense hopefully can, get some breaks, but they spent a lot of time on the field thus far.
Yeah, that defense, and we're not seeing the substitutions for Washington County.
Yeah.
The DeSales will keep moving in. They're bringing in fresh bodies. 1st and 10 on the Commander 39. Snap a little quick, flag down on the play. Motion on DeSales, I think, will be the call. So it'll still be first down, but that'll cost DeSales 5. 1st and 15, it'll move it back to the Washington County 44. So let's see what Washington County will do with this situation. Matthew, 1st and 15. DeSales on the Commander 44. There's the snap. The fake, play action. Looking deep, plenty of time. Throw over the middle, incomplete. Not sure where Aaron Ferhat was going, but incomplete. 2nd down and 15.
Yeah, he had a receiver going, but it was 10 to 15 yards further down the field.
I have not really been too impressed with DeSales passing game so far here in this first half, but I've been overly impressed with their running game.
Yeah.
They are loaded and they are deep. 2nd down and 15 with
Back
the give. Here we go, right side. That's going to be Stivers. Stivers 40, still on his feet. Stivers 30, all the way down to the 26-yard line. I believe they're going to say first down to DeSales. What a runner in the likes of Savon Stivers, 5'6" junior.
Yeah, I've been impressed, the running backs. I mean, that was like kind of a sweep this way, and that's earlier on Hawkins did it where he just shot it right back up the middle. I mean, that burst of speed they have coming in off that cut is pretty impressive for a high schooler.
It certainly is. Their running game is very impressive. 1st and 10 on the Commander 25 for DeSales. On call, but the snap. Stivers again, 20. Stivers straight down the middle, gets all the way to about the 10-yard line. They can't stop him.
Nice tackle by Jack Wheatley right there. Cut him down as he was maybe heading toward the end zone.
Stivers like a water bug in there, just moving so quickly.
Yeah. They change it up, kind of like the Patriots do. They got their power back in Ferrat, and then they got Stivers, kind of a speed back, and then they got Hawkins, who's a little of both.
1st and 10 on the Commander 11. Aaron Fathad still in there. Give goes over left tackle. I believe that's Fratt again. Gain of maybe 5. Inside the 10 to the 7. 2nd down and 5 on the Commander 7 for DeSales. Clock, 6:34 to go. Here in the first half of play, 14-0 DeSales, but DeSales threatening. There's a snap. We'll flip it again. That's Stivers with the ball. Makes the turn. Did he make it in? Think he did. Touchdown, DeSales. Stivers, they're going to say 7 yards out, gets the score for the Colts. So with 6:19 to go in the first half of play, it is DeSales 20, Washington County 0.
Yeah, it's like they're just taking turns in the backfield. This is your drive. We're going to pound you, and just rotating guys in and out, keeping it fresh, stable in the backfield tonight.
Noah Herbert is the kicker. Junior for the DeSales Colts. Thought he hooked the last one, but it was good. This one is up. This one is perfectly through the middle of the goalpost. 6:19 to go in the first half. DeSales 21, Washington County 0. We're back after this timeout on 100.9 WLSK. Seven-yard run for Savon Stivers for the DeSales Colts. Good for the 6. Point after good. 6:19 to go in the first half of play. It's 21-0 DeSales. DeSales will be kicking it away for Washington County in a long kick. Looks like Dawson takes it at the 20 and away he goes. 25, 30, finds a hole. 35 down to the 38, 39-yard line, and that ball popped loose. Let's see if he was down. I believe he was. Yeah, he was down. Still Washington County ball. So Washington County football, they will have it 1st and 10 on their own, let's go on and say 37-yard line.
Dawson broke about 2 or 3 tackles right there. Strong runner for a sophomore.
$6:13 to go here in this first half. 21-0. I don't know. Seen some good things here out of Washington County tonight on defense and offense.
Yeah, I've been impressed. Their defense is held fairly strong. I mean, the DeSales just hadn't had explosive plays. They've had to work their way downfield. It's not like any gates have opened for them or anything like that.
1st and 10, Yates will give to Dawson. Look at him go. 41, 42, 43. Didn't bring him down.
Nice run.
Man, gain of about 6, 2nd down 4. He has those thighs that are like tree trunks.
Yeah.
And they just kept pushing and pushing. No telling how much weight he could squat. All the way to the 44 of Washington County. 2nd down and 4. Again, Jacob Yates still in there, the freshman quarterback for Washington County. And they'll snap it this time. It'll go directly to Dawson on kind of the Wildcat, if you want to call it that. 45, 46, down the 47-yard line. Shy of the 1st down, 3rd down and 1.
Washington County had more success out of the Wildcat than Kentucky has all year. They've been struggling with it.
Nice play. 3rd and 1. So we'll see Yates line up again, same play. Tried to change the call, but DeSales so poised. That defense got they almost look like a junior college defense out there. They're so huge. There's the snap. Give to Dawson. Stop. Boy, maybe about a yard or 2 loss. 4th down, loss of 2. 4th and 3, Matthew.
Yeah, right there, nothing for Dawson. They put about 9 guys in the box right there, just piled it in and got what they wanted. Like you said, I mean, just looking across there, they're just some big athletes on the DeSales team.
Looks like they're going to go for it. 3 wideouts to the right. A little confusion here.
Maybe look for a hard count here and a timeout maybe.
Alcantara. Yeah, maybe try and draw them off. Well, they're taking a lot of time. Yeah, they're going to call timeout. Eric Sagersey calls a timeout. 4 minutes to go in the first half. Timeout Washington County. We'll take a timeout. Your score, DeSales 21, Washington County 0. This is high school football on 100.9 WLSK. Washington County takes a timeout. They thought about going for it on 4th and 4, but now they'll go back to a punt. So we'll see Cheatham punted away from the 35. Nice punt. As he gets it away, taken by DeSales at the 25, 30, 35, down to the 40-yard line with that run again was Stivers. Stivers gets all the way to, I'm going to say they're going to mark it at the 40-yard line. DeSales will have it with 3:51 remaining in the first half of play. They lead 21-0. 1st and 10 on their own 40.
Yeah, and see what they do right here. 3:51 remaining. Already up 21-0. Got to think they'll try to punch one in. But the way Washington County's defense has held up thus far, they haven't been able to just shred it downfield. It's just had to, they've gained knick-knack yards and then bust one for about 20 or so.
I'll give you a score update on Marion County after this play. 1st and 10 for DeSales on the 40. Here we go, play action off the right side. Farrat keeps it. 44 down the 45, 46-yard line. Shy of the first down. It'll be 2nd down. Pretty short yardage. 2nd down and 4, we'll go on and say. From East Jessamine, it is Marion County trailing East Jessamine. Looks like they're in the 2nd quarter of play, but it's still 17-0. East Jessamine leading Marion County. 2nd down and 4 for DeSales on their own 46. The give goes right side. Farrat, 50, 45, still on his feet to the 35-yard line, still moving, but they finally stop him at the 35.
Nice run right there. You're starting to see a little, maybe bigger holes opening up for the running game. Washington County, like we alluded to earlier, their defense has spent a lot of time on the field in this first half of play.
1st and 10 DeSales on the Commander 36. Only 3:17 remaining in the first half. I'd invited Lena Bramlett, head coach of the Commanderettes, to join us. 17-yard line. Nice little reverse, just like you draw it on the chalkboard. Nice gainer by the DeSales Colts.
Yeah, right there. The good play call. 2nd time they went to that tonight. For the Commanders, Trey Cheatham and Daniel DeWitt in on the tackle downfield at the 18-yard line.
First and 10 on the Commander 18. The snap, the give, left side would go. Joe Olson stopped and hit, and a flag down on the play. Olson was hit and hit hard, but flag down on the play. See where the call is going to be. Face mask. We'll call this one face mask on Washington County. I didn't catch it. I was looking maybe in the other direction, but
I didn't see a face mask
didn't
there.
see it on that. That's going to be a huge penalty.
Yeah,
Make
it's
it
going to
first
mark
and
it
go.
down. 1st and go from about the 5. No, 9.
9-yard line.
I was looking at the other official.
Still 1st and go. So call that on Washington County. 1st and go on the 9. No, it looks like they're going to say, what, the first down? I guess a half to distance go. Looks like they're on the 9, but still first down, like 1st and 1. I don't see, the flags are marked off. They're going to hand off the right side anyway, and just stepping into the end zone is going to be Hollingcamp. 9 yards out, Darren Hollingcamp. Touchdown DeSales, made it look easy.
Yeah.
I mean, the flags on the far side showed it wasn't first down, but if I knew it was a first down, it had to be 1st and go.
Mm-hmm.
So touchdown DeSales with 2:15 to go here in the first half of play. Herbert for the point after. Herbert lines up for the kick. This kick is up, and this kick will be good. 2:15 to go here in the first half of play. Your score, DeSales 28, Washington County 0. This is high school football on 100.9 WLSK. Hollenkamp, a 5'11 sophomore, 9 yards for the run. The extra point good. 2:15 to go in the first half. Your score, DeSales 28, Washington County 0. How good Matthew Thomas bringing you this one? From East Jessamine, it's East Jessamine leading Marion County by a score of 17-0. They are in that second quarter of play. Ellery Dawson back to receive this kick. Dawson takes it at the 20, 25, 26, and stopped at the 26.
He doesn't go down easy.
He doesn't.
I don't know that he ever went down right there.
It's like a tree.
Yeah.
First and 10, Washington County.
First and 10, Washington County. It's like they will officially mark the ball on the 26-yard line. No, 25. First and 10 on the 25. Be on Washington County's own 25. Again, our quarterback in there is Jacob Yates, 6-foot freshman. John Floyd played the first series, and again, that ankle, he is on the sidelines. First and 10. Out of the shotgun with Yates. Takes the snap, back to throw. Looks left, throws, tipped up and falls, and I think DeSales will intercept it as it was tipped up, and it's going to be caught. I believe it was Kenny's triplet. He comes up with it. But a high tipped up ball for Cheatham. Cheatham just tips it up, and it falls into the hands of triplet.
Yeah, if you're Washington, that's a little risk you got to take right there. They're packing it in. You got to try to get something on the outside just to spread them out a little bit. It just so happened, the quarterback made a good throw. Receiver went up, tried to get it, couldn't bring it in, took the hit, and it just fell right into a DeSales defender's hands. But you can't really blame Washington County for taking a little shot on the outside there.
First and 10 on the Commander 23. Still in there will be Farrat, Aaron Farrat. Takes a step, flips it left side. Here we go with Stivers. Stivers 20, 15. Stivers to the 10 where he's knocked out of bounds. First down to DeSales. It'll be first and go.
I know the scoreboard's not going to be indicated of it at the halftime, but Washington County's done a good job hanging in there with them. Not giving up.
Not bad though.
It doesn't seem like it's that big of a difference in this game. The score's going to say differently, but Washington County's hung in there, not giving up a ton of explosive plays.
First and go on the 9. Stivers again. Right
just like that play right there.
Nothing doing. Good play. Trio Commander stop him in there. Maybe a loss of a yard.
So I'd be willing to bet that Washington County's defense out of 24 minutes has been on the field at least 18, 19 of it.
Second down and go on the 10. Minute 19 to go here in the first half. The snap, play action. Farrat back to throw, looking end zone, throws. It's going to be touchdown as he's able to hit Micaiah Lewis. 6'2", 215-pound sophomore. We keep calling out new names every time.
A lot of sophomores, too.
And Lewis able to reel that one in for the 6 points. So now 1:08 remaining in the first half. Back for the point after with Herbert. Set. Kick is up. Boy, what a kicker.
Yeah,
they could have moved him back about 20 yards. They want to. 1:08 remaining in the first half. Your score, DeSales 35, Washington County 0. High school football on 100.9 WLSK. 11 yards for the touchdown, extra point good. 1:08 to go in the first half of play. 35-0 DeSales. Hal Good, Matthew Thomas on hand for this, and should be the mercy rule should be in effect. 34 points. When you're up by that much, they normally run the clock, so we'll see that run the entire second half. They'll kick it away from Dawson. He touches it and falls on it at the 9.
Covered by Dawson.
Dawson. Looks like probably they'll say the 10.
Just got an update from East Jessamine. Marion County trails 24-0 against the Jaguars of East Jessamine tonight.
Yeah, I got some. I do think that with 5 minutes left to go, we saw a good defensive stand by Marion County that kept them out. But when we see East Jessamine come back and they score again, East Jessamine, a nice team. They can. My understanding is they can wrap up the district. Is that correct? If they defeat Marion tonight?
That may be the case, I believe, because I know they beat Mercer and I know they beat Taylor. So I believe that might do it.
Dawson gets out to the 12. It'll be second down and 9, gain of 1. Just 44 seconds to go in the half. Lena Bramble will be joining us for the half. Head coach of the Commanderettes. We'll talk to her. 2nd and 11. And they go with Dawson again. Boy, he's just pushed back.
Yeah.
Well, you go in at the half, and you know you're going to have the running clock in the second half. If you're Washington County, you're probably not too surprised you're going to be in that situation.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is a fine ball club.
Oh, yeah.
You want to try and maybe just get yourself in a position to where you come out and play competitively and you play hard. And I think you said earlier, we saw spurts of that from Washington County against this team earlier.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that they gave up in any way, shape, form, or fashion in the first half. You know, kids were out there making plays for them. They were moving some guys off blocks, and, they fought hard. You know, it is 35-0, but, it's not like DeSales just came out and was explosive play after explosive play. Washington County did make them work for those points.
35-0, your score at the half. DeSales leading Washington County. Keep it right here when we come back. A very tired Lena Bramlett's going to join us. She has been working hard, but we're glad we're going to have a chance to talk Washington County Commanderette basketball during the halftime. So keep it right here when we come back. We'll have that for you. 35-0 is your score. DeSales leading Washington County. This is high school football on 100.9 WLSK.
Advancing on to semifinals at Eastham High School and the state finals at Papa John's Cardinal Stadium.
I'm not sure who or... with my yellow wallpaper. It is as warm as the sun and as relaxing as its rays. I am in my own version of paradise. Being among this wallpaper transforms me to another world, a world of fascinating beauty and mystery. And sometimes, when you listen really closely, the wallpaper will begin to tell its stories. I'm not sure who or what is behind this wallpaper, but it is the most beautiful voice I have ever heard. With unblinking eyes and mischief written all over their faces. alone in my room with I am alone in my wallpaper in my head. What is real and what is fake? Let me out of this room. Let me out of
We want to wish the band good luck in the next double competition. Great job, guys. Tonight is also Washington County Youth Football and Cheerleading Night. First, we're going to have our 8U team join us.
I don't know. We're going to keep trying to do something with it.
I think it's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just keep coming, don't they?
Yeah, look at it.
It's a college. I mean, it's a college.
It's like a. I mean, they are.
And coach for the AU team is Sam Campbell and Debo Gray. Our next team is
Matthew Thomas at the half, as this is Little League football night tonight. And the band performed, and now they are recognizing all of the Little League football participants here at the half.
Looks like they got some good numbers in their youth program.
Youth program.
A lot of kids coming through.
As you well know from Marion County, that's such an important part of any successful program would be the youth and those playing in the youth leagues.
No doubt. You got to develop them at a young age, keep them interested, and teach them the basics at a young age.
35-0 your score at the half. DeSales leading Washington County. I don't think anybody's really surprised, about that score, but we did see some bright spots out of Washington County in the first half.
Oh, yeah, we talked, 35-0. That's a big gap, but Washington County, DeSales had the explosive plays weren't there. Washington County did a good job of keeping them at bay, but heck, when you got the type of linemen 6'7", 300, there's not much a high school kid can do against that.
No.
They really do look like a small college program. I'm sure many of these guys will go on to play at the next level.
Oh, when you have that many players that dress, the numbers, and all you've had to do is listen to the first half, and every name we call has just about been a different one.
Yeah.
For this game for DeSales, they just keep bringing the talent, and as we will know, let's just talk about it. It is what it is. You hear in football talk that your St. X and Trinity, some of the players they have, those that maybe don't get a lot of playing time and want to play. Some of that talent, not all naturally, but some of that talent is able to play for a DeSales and a Christian Academy in Louisville.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that is a step down or a second step or a tiered system, but you see they're very successful programs. That's a fact.
Yeah.
When you see a 2A team like DeSales, and you said it in the pregame, when they start coming out and defeating 6A teams, when you defeat Ballard, Butler, Fern Creek, a Lexington Catholic like you do, even blanking, shutting out a North Hardin, you got a lot of talent.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. I was thinking, you said changing up backs constantly. Basically it's been about every third series they're going Stivers, Hawkins, and Frost from.
Yeah, Frost.
Imagine Dawson, if he was being able to come in every third series, how much, he's a bell cow for Washington County. He's going to get it most of it. If he were to come in every third series and be rested and, because, he touches it basically every other play for the Commanders, if not more. But even in touching it that much, he's a strong runner. They're struggling to bring him down off that first contact.
Washington County will have Christian Academy Louisville on the road next week, so it doesn't get any easier. Another great Cal team this year, but they'll be at Cal on Friday night. Our last two games, and then Washington County on the 27th have an open week. Our last two games here on 100.9 WLSK. Next week we'll be traveling to Taylor County, as it'll be Marion County at Taylor County, and then we have Marion County at Nelson County. This year I think Nelson County's still 0-9. They are, so they're struggling as well. So again, Marion County, from the way it looks now, they do trail East Jessamine. I stand corrected on the score. It's 38-0 at the half. Looks like they won't see any postseason play, so they'll want to play good the last two games, especially with the likes of a Sullivan and some of your other players that you have are so young. It'd be nice to come out with a win or two. Very possible at a Taylor and possible at a Nelson to come out and finish up strong. And I know Coach Alan Harmon wants to do just that.
Yeah, I haven't heard lately, but I know at the beginning of the year they were talking about how Nelson's numbers were way down. I think at one point
they are. Yeah, they're way down this year.
Wow.
So again,
18.
They're not only do they not have the numbers, but again, some of the games have been big spreads. So the chances we could see teams looking for their first win when we see that Nelson and Marion County game could be very good.
Yeah,
indeed. So we'll see a running clock here in this second half, as your score is 35-0. DeSales leading Washington County. That's been the Todd Hamilton halftime report, brought to you by Todd Hamilton Construction in Springfield, and today is Todd's birthday. Tell him birthday right here on the air. He's a good guy. Happy birthday to Todd Hamilton. How good, Matthew Thomas. Now, what's your schedule look like the next two games? Are you going to be at do I have a Ben Lancaster next week?
Ben is taking Taylor, and I'll be at Nelson.
So I got you on that one. So then you get ready for basketball. As
yeah,
Matthew
we start
Thomas
on Monday. So
one of the assistant coaches for the boys team at Marion County.
Yeah, Ben made a little return last week. It was good. I picked you guys up about in Nashville, and I stuck with you all the way to Birmingham, so it passed some time on the road.
Ben did a good job.
Uh-oh.
Washington County will call it down, I guess. I don't know.
I think an inadvertent whistle, if I'm not.
But it has to be. That was Lance Harold who touched the ball, but somebody blew the whistle. They're going to let Washington County, they're going to take over after the high kickoff by DeSales. It will be Washington County. It will be Washington County 1st and 10 on the 28-yard line. Now, I said it's a running clock. Is it 36 for a running clock or 34?
I was thinking 34.
I was thinking, but I don't see the clock running. Anyway, we're ready to go. 1st and 10. Commanders on their own 28, left to right. Snap. Getting Yates still in there. Give goes to Ellery. Ellery over right side, trying to make something happen. He got a yard. He had to run 20 yards just to try and get one. They'll say no gain, 2nd down 10. I think they're going to say he lost a yard. 2nd down 11.
Yeah, he kept trying to look for that corner on the near side, never could find it. DeSales did a good job of holding the ground on the outside, and then they just swarmed to the ball.
They do. This is a defense. It looks like you'd watch them play on a Saturday afternoon. Very college-like. 2nd down 11. Yates out there with the give over left tackle. Yeah, nothing doing. Ellery. Ellery maybe got a yard. 3rd down and 10. DeSales 35, Washington County 0. We're in the 3rd quarter of play. 38-0 at the half, with East Jessamine leading Marion County, for those of you that are following along tonight. 3rd down and 10. Yates out of the shotgun. Takes the snap, the fake. Play action, throws it, and it's going to be intercepted. Intercepted and right into the hands of Standard at the 25, and he will walk untouched into the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, the quarterback right there, he took a shot as he released the ball.
Yeah.
The sales player
Yates
was right
took
in
a
that
tough hit, and it went right into the breadbasket of Standard. So that'll make it 41-0 DeSales. Herbert for the point after. The set, the kick is up. This one will be good. So an interception by DeSales, 10:19 to go in the 3rd quarter of play. Your score, DeSales 42, Washington County 0. This is high school football on 100.9 WLSK. DeSales, 35-yard run in by Standard for the touchdown. Extra point good. 42-0 is your score. Washington County trailing DeSales. How good, Matthew Thomas on hand. So we get ready for the DeSales kickoff.
If the clock wasn't running before, I guess it will be now.
Yeah, I think it is, baby. It is 36.
36.
Not 34. Dawson comes up with it. 30, 34, down to the 34-yard line. It'll be stopped there. It'll be 1st and 10. So running clock here now for the remainder of the game.
Been a quick football game. You know, DeSales running basically every play. first half kept the clock running, and now the clock will run for the rest of the time. Tell Washington County's being working very slow offensively, eating up some of that clock. Just, keep players healthy. This is not the time where you need one of your stars to get hurt. That could, mess your playoff run up.
Dawson, yard gain, makes it 2nd down 9. And you're absolutely right. And that's one of the philosophies for this evening, and that's why we have not seen out there on the field John Floyd.
Mm-hmm.
With his ankle, it's not 100%, but at the end of the day, he'll probably be limited, if any, action next week, and then he'll be off another week. 3 weeks, you hope for that first week. If maybe it's a Walton Verona or an Owen County, wherever you may go, you might see a Floyd lead you to a victory in that first round of the playoffs.
Yeah.
That's what you want to do. The run by Miguel Alcantara. I think they're going to lose about a yard on that. This is a tough defense loss of 2. 3rd down. Gosh, 3rd down 11.
Yeah, both of those schools you always pass through. As I go to Cincinnati Reds game, your Owen County and Walton Verona. I didn't know for years where Walton Verona was until Marion County played them in the state tournament girls one time, and then I knew it was Northern Kentucky.
We'll say 3rd and 10, loss of 1. Mark it on the 33-yard line of Washington County. Here's Yates again. Goes to Dawson. He stopped. No gain, probably a couple-yard loss. Nothing doing.
No room right there for him.
Yeah, loss of 3. It'll be loss of 2. 4th down and 12. 42-0. Washington County trailing DeSales. We'll see Cheatham come out. And, if you want to look at another bright spot, boy, Trey Cheatham, he has been kicking the ball excellent tonight.
Yeah.
Fine job.
Uh-oh.
Low snap. Boy, it bounced. Cheatham picks it up and gets a heck of a kickoff. Nice job. Taken by Standard at the 35, 40, 45, 50, 45 to the 43-yard line where he's knocked out of bounds. Standard came up with that interception earlier. Nice run back on that one.
How many years has Washington County been in DeSales and Cal's district?
I'm going to say, I don't have it in front of me, but I'm going to say at least about 6 years. There's talk about that changing as well. But when you start changing even in 2A, what direction are you going to go? You're going to go north or you're going to go south? 1st and 10. DeSales on the Commander 43. The give goes to Stivers. Stivers again, 35 to the 34-yard line.
Reminds me of all the years Marion County was matched up with Bull County. When Bull County was winning state championship after state championship, I remember we were always in their district. It just made it really tough playing in that district.
2nd down and 1. I'll give you some teams that you'd be looking at with some changes if you could make it happen. Johnson on the kicker. Johnson on the keeper. Gets downfield to the 31 and the 1st down.
Nice tackle there by Jack Wheatley on the outside edge.
So, you look at districts, you could make some moves laterally or go to the north, I should say, Owen County, Walton, Verona. But Somerset, start looking down into that district. Greene County's in there, in that district as well. 1st and 10, little pass off the left side. That's Olson, 30 down to the 29-yard line. Good stop in there by Dylan Spall for the Commanders. Gain of 2, 2nd down and 8. Clock is at 5:46 remaining in the 3rd quarter of play. The Stivers up the middle, 25 to the 23-yard line. So a nice run again by DeSales. Oh, it looks like they're really hurrying up on the offense. Am I mistaken on that? 3rd down and 2. What's up with that? Pass play off the right side, incomplete. I don't know what's up with that.
Yeah, they're going hurry up. They still got the gas on the pedal.
Yeah, I mean, you need to take that foot off the pedal a bit there.
You know, they may be
Coach.
thinking, they got 5 mouths to feed out of the backfield. You know, they may be trying to get some yardage up for a few of them. But, yeah, they do not appear to be slowing down yet.
They're going to do the field. Oh, they're going to try for the field goal here. Well, it's going to be a long one, too. I'm going to say about a 43.
Tack on 17 from the 22. It's about a 40.
41 yard, we'll say unofficially, but boy, he's close. But no good. Just to the left.
He had the distance.
Just to the left, he did, but it was just to the left. So the field goal, no good. So with 4:23 to go in the third period of play, DeSales 42, Washington County 0. Back after this timeout on 100.9 WLSK. Pass play as we see Yates just throw it off to the left side. Somebody either broke a pattern or something. Nobody there. It'll still be 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, a little confusion there as Yates thought he was going with the go route, and the receiver ran a little slant, so a little mix up there.
Second down and 10. Yates has had 2 interesting Friday nights. Shawnee last week and DeSales tonight.
Seen the best of both worlds.
He has. Alcantara left side, got some space, 30, 32 to the 35-yard line. I said Alcantara. That was Ellery. Ellery to the 35 for a first down.
There's some big minutes, though, for the freshman, trying to maybe carve out a spot for next year. You won't see any defenses better than this. Probably the rest of his playing days.
I agree. 1st and 10, Washington County on their own 35. Yates out of the shotgun, 2 wide outs to the right. And Washington County will jump. It's time the Commanders. Offsides. Cost them 5. Washington County. 1st and 15 now on their own 29. Cheatham and DeWitt wide to the right. Little toss goes to Ellery. Right side 35, fumbles the ball. It rolls out of bounds at the 41.
Yeah, I was hoping that ball was going to get out of bounds right there because he had a nice little run, found a little gap, made some positive upfield yardage, and then the ball popped out. The defender came in behind and tipped it out. Glad it went out of bounds and DeSales wasn't able to fall on it.
Gain of 5, 2nd down and 5 on the 40. DeWitt to the right, Cheatham to the left, the snap, the give, Dawson. Boy, he just on that left side, it's just a pile of dust. He maybe got a yard. It's 3rd down and 4.
Rose under a minute to play here in the 3rd.
DeSales leading Washington County 42-0. With a running clock, we'll see this 4th quarter move pretty fast. There's Yates on 3rd and short. Fake to Dawson, air out as the pass will be intercepted. It was intended for DeWitt, and the Ryan O'Shea will intercept it for DeSales at the 31-yard line. So DeSales will have it, 1st and 10, on their own 32-yard line. I think we'll see the fourth quarter come up, as this third quarter will be history. 3 quarters complete here at Washington County High School. Your score, DeSales 42, Washington County 0. High school football on 100.9 WLSK. Final 12 put on the board as we're ready for the fourth quarter of play. 42-0 is your score, with DeSales leading Washington County. How good Matthew Thomas here for this one. How about that guy? 1st and 10 on the 32. Here we go with the keeper. Off the right side, DeSales. That's going to be Jaden Scroggins. Scroggins trying to make something happen. He's going to get a couple yards. It'll be 2nd down and 8.
Nice tackle on the edge there by Jack Wheatley. Stayed in pursuit and brought him down after he gained about 2.
Last score we had at the half in East Jessamine was 38-0. East Jessamine leading Marion County. It was at the half. So local teams taking it to the woodshed tonight, playing some good talent. 2nd down and 8. Handoff straight up the middle. That player is going to be Derek Hollenkamp. 6-foot freshman, gain of 1. 3rd down and 7. Running clock with 11:10 to go in this game.
Tough way for Washington County to conclude, though, when you got to go to DeSales and Cal
Christian Academy,
back-to-back weeks.
Christian Academy next week. Then you're off, and then you get ready for the playoffs, which it's looking right now. Owen County or Walton Verona. Scroggins back to throw on 3rd and long. Tucks it under 40, gets to the 42. I think he got the 1st down.
Yeah, he's close. Nice little play. Made a little pump fake, got the Washington County defender to bite, and then he took off upfield.
We'll see where they mark it. They'll mark it on the 42, and it'll be a 1st down to DeSales. So 1st down to DeSales on their own 42-yard line. They lead 42-0. Goggins a snap. Flag down on the play. Give goes to Anthony Barlow, a sophomore. He'll lose a yard, but there's a flag on the play.
Looks like it's going to be a hold. Back them up a little bit.
So Marion County and Taylor next week. Always a good competition. You know that in basketball. You know, if you're Coach Allen Harmon, you're going to want to try and come in and do well in your last 2 games, even with the likelihood of no playoffs the way it looks. I'll get your thoughts on that here in a moment, as we now had like 1st down and 25 for DeSales. Hollenkamp's the first man through, gets to the 36-yard line. Finish strong is something coaches always say.
Yeah, you know that. I know their Marion County's JV team. We've been playing really good. Got a lot of wins on the JV season, so that a lot of those guys are playing varsity as well. So they dropped them down, let them start playing JV just for confidence, you know.
Sure.
Because a lot of sophomores, they were getting down a little bit playing the varsity competition. Went down, saw the success in JV. So hopefully, you know, they can end on a positive note, and then those wins this year will pay dividends in the years to come. Because you do have a very talented sophomore group. there that could win some games down the road.
Second down, they'll toss out to Davon Fuqua. Fuqua, the freshman, gets upfield to the 41-yard line. Third down and 11. So DeSales will have a third down and 11 on their own 41, moving upfield. We mentioned another new quarterback, third one of the night, Jaden Scroggins, 6-foot freshman. Scroggins takes it, the fake, play action, pass, incomplete. Intended receiver was Dalton Stratman. It's going to be fourth down 11 and first punting situation of the night. I think that's the first one. Have we seen DeSales punt?
I think it's the first one of the night. I know they kicked a field goal last drive.
That's right.
Washington County defense made a couple good stops here last two possessions.
So a punting situation, back to punt. Max Johnson. Hillary back to receive. Johnson, nice punt. Hillary, fair catch. It hits the ground and rolls. I don't think it hit anybody, but at the 23 and rolls down to the 21. We'll see Darren Hollenkamp down the ball. So with 7:19 to go in this ball game, it is DeSales leading Washington County 42-0. How good, Matthew Thomas on hand. Glad to have you here this evening, a week from tonight. Myself and Ben Lancaster, who didn't come over here tonight because he is working the Bourbon Chase. Insult to injury.
Keep my eyes peeled on the way home, as those guys will be up and down the road. I mean, we always used to, for some reason, seem like we were at Mercer or Bull tonight. So that whole way home on radio, we would see them running, that whole route through there.
Yeah, I saw when I came back in from Danville this afternoon, about 5 o'clock, I saw hundreds.
Yeah, right on the
big
road.
Flock. And it used to be I helped in the past here in Washington County, and usually the last runner will be here on 150, close to Perryville, I'm going to say, probably on that Washington-Boyle County line. Sometimes it'd be midnight or 11:30. You'd have the last of the runners that would come through here. But they run all night. I mean, they run all night till tomorrow, and they finish in Lexington. Handoff goes to Dawson. He gets up to the 30-yard line. It'll be third down and 4. Clock stands at 5:54 to go in this one. Washington County's Yates on third and short, trying to draw him off sides. Didn't work. Looks back over to the sidelines. Now he'll change the play. Yates out of the shotgun, takes the snap, bumps with Ellery, and the ball pops loose, but Yates able to fall on it, but it's going to be fourth down and long after it popped loose. Commander's just very fortunate to be able to retrieve that ball.
Yeah, not the outcome they were wanting right there. Had an opportunity to get a first down. Didn't get it executed, but at this point in the game, like we said, they're just trying to get out of here, keep everybody intact, and move on to the next one.
Fourth down. Cheatham punting from his own 10. Nice punt. On the line drive. Takes a bounce, and DeSales will pick it up at the 42.
Oh, it's
and
out.
The ball is fumbled and pops loose. Washington County will have it. And boy, that is all about DeWitt. Coming up with the ball for DeSales was Davon Fuqua. And Fuqua picked it up late, and DeWitt came from behind, and boy, he just smacked the ball, and Washington County's able to come up with it.
Yeah, heads-up play right there, knocked it out, and Washington County able to get into DeSales territory. Maybe it's the first time they've been there tonight yet.
Trying to think, I think early in the first half.
Maybe early, one of those first drives.
First and 10 on the DeSales 45. 4:06 to go in this one. Going to have a halfback option as Ellery will be back to pass, and it's going to be incomplete, intended for DeWitt. Now that time Yates just kind of flipped it back over to Ellery, and Ellery aired it out, but DeWitt just a little bit over his head. second
he
down
threw a
team.
nice ball down there.
Did.
That was a bullet. Had
We
a good
s-
spin on it.
We saw that work for him over at Thomas Nelson earlier this year.
Really?
Those type of plays are always nice when they work.
Yeah.
Second down and 10. Commanders on the DeSales 45. Fumbling the ball as Yates picks it back up, tries to move forward, but stopped at 47. He'll lose a yard. 3rd and 11.
Ellery's a big freshman. The guy sees listed as a freshman. That's a solid.
Yeah, he is. Well, it's been a good year for Dawson and Ellery so far. You know, they still got another district game, and they have a playoff game coming up. This is the last home game unless they get deep into the playoffs. They get really deep. Third down and I'm going to say 12 on the DeSales 46. There's Dawson. 45,
Wow.
42. Look at him go.
Wow.
41-yard line.
He just keeps the legs pumping.
Yeah, he is so strong. 4th down, I would think they'll probably go for it rather than punt here. On the DeSales 41. Only 2:29 to go in this one, Matthew. We're almost ready to go home.
Yeah, been a quick game
It's been
tonight.
a quick game tonight. If you're Washington County, you just want to finish it up, get out of this without any injuries, and get ready to travel to Christian Academy Louisville next week. For Christian Academy Louisville, I think was playing Shawnee tonight. Give goes to Dawson, nothing doing. He stopped.
Still can't bring him down, though.
Yeah. It'll be first down to DeSales as they'll take over and change possession of downs with just 1:57 remaining in this one. I would think DeSales go into victory formation and take a knee. We'll see. If not, this game will be over nonetheless. Stick around. We'll have some post-game for you. John Graves will join us. We'll talk to Eric Sagerson, a couple of the players. So get ready for Christian Academy next week. Snap. Give. Straight up the middle they go. Derek Hollingkamp with the run.
About the time we said something about having the foot on the gas, DeSales kind of pumped it a little bit, and they let this one go.
Well in hand, but, this is some of their JV players, and they're going to try and give them a little bit of time.
Yeah.
Jaden Scroggins is out there. You want him to do some plays. I understand that.
Nice play right
Give
there.
goes, yeah, what a hit. Derek Hollenkamp. But, boy, what a hit out there by Washington County's Paul Hayden. Big hit, loss of 3. 3rd down. Just 33 seconds to go. I don't know if they'll run another play or not. If they do, they'll only have one. I think they have to run one. This will be the last play. 3rd down and 4 on the DeSales 47. Give goes over right side. This time James Johnson, freshman with his first run, gets to the 49-yard line. Stopped in there by Washington County's Dallas Clark. That's going to do it, Matthew.
Yeah.
DeSales will improve their record tonight. As DeSales is now 8-0 overall, 2-0 in district play. Meanwhile, Washington County now 6-3 and 1-1 in district play. 42-0 final score here tonight, Matthew, and it was all DeSales.
Yeah, they came out, methodically scored those first few drives. Got to give Washington County some credit hanging in there. They didn't give it to them easy tonight, but DeSales, golly, the stable's full. In their backfield, all over the field. They just have some players at every position. When you got a offensive tackle going 6'7", 300 pounds, you got something.
Christian Academy Louisville next week. We know DeSales defeated them. If you're Washington County, do you come in? And I'm not going to say we were tentative tonight, but we were very protective of some of our players. What do you do against Christian Academy next week?
Well, if they're probably comparable to a DeSales. So, you also want to make sure you stay healthy for the last playoff run. Like you said, you got the bye week there before the playoff. That'll be plenty of time for you to start prepping. You won't have to worry about that last game. But it'll be time to prep, get people healthy, and then come out and try to win a playoff game this year.
42-0 your final score as DeSales beats Washington County. Keep it right here. Post game on the way. We'll talk to Eric Sagersi and a couple of the players before we finish up our coverage tonight. DeSales Colts defeat Washington County 42-0. You are listening to high school football on 100.9 WLSK. Go on, play 3 minutes. Back here at Washington County High School, final score this evening, the DeSales Colts defeat Washington County in district play by a score of 42-0. Going to head down on the field. John Graves is down there for some post-game. We'll have our player of the game also talk with head coach of the Washington County Commanders, talk to Eric Sagersi. He's down there with Big 21, Jack Wheatley, 5'7", 152-pound senior. Let's go down to John.
Thank you, Halby. Yes, we got Big Jack Wheatley down here. He plays bigger than his 5'7" size. Jack, this is your first year with the football team. What has this team done this year?
It's really been a fun year. I've learned a lot from football, and the coaches have helped me, and it's great to be with the team.
Now you fly around here on you run the ball, you'll catch some, but on defense you fly around and just give it all you got. Does that help lead the younger kids?
I think so, and I'd like to thank my coaches for that because they've helped me. It's my first year, and they've really helped me grow.
How much better can this football team get? It's a tough game. This is a very good DeSales team. They won state championship last year. They're looking to go back-to-back. What do we take out of this game to get ready for?
Well, we're missing a lot of pieces like John and a lot of other people, but I think from this game we played hard, and I think we can play better in the next few games.
All right, it's senior night. We got a tradition here. I'm going to put you over in the loop, and I'm going to take care of Coach Segresi. Jack, good game tonight. John Graves down the field talking to player of the game, and now here comes Coach Eric Segresi. Coach, how are you tonight? Tough loss. That's a pretty good football team right there.
They're really good. I mean, I think we were like 59-point underdogs or something like that. I almost just cursed. I don't know why it just came out like that. They were really good. Their defense is so good. I mean, so good. And their offense does a great job. Coach Davis, I talk to him regularly. He's a heck of a guy and a heck of a football coach. And they just grind you on defense so hard that you just wear down. As you could see it as the game went on, it was – 14-0 at the end of the first quarter. Then it was 21-0 with 3 minutes to go in the first half, and they make you they frustrate you so much that you take shots and they make you make mistakes. And when you make mistakes, they capitalize. Good football team.
What about your effort tonight? What did you think about how the Commanders what they did tonight against that team?
I'll be honest with you. I thought we put out the best effort we've put out against them. Since maybe 2013. I watched every film back this week, and all the trade films I had, plus every film I had of them, trying to find a hole, trying to find something that worked. And I thought that we played as hard as we played against them. And for a guy like Jacob Yates, who's a freshman, to come in there and play against a defense like that, I was proud of him. That's a tough job. It's tough, really tough.
It is. So next week we go to Cal to close out the season, and then we get ready for the playoffs. Can we talk just a couple minutes? We texted earlier this week, as you look toward the playoffs, still don't know the seeding, but what teams are we looking at? We changed cross-district rivals this year, correct?
That's correct. So, depending on how it shakes out next week, with a win next week, we'd play Carroll County. With a loss, we'd play Owen County. I'm pretty sure their district seeding is set. So we got a chance. DeSales went over and they took care of Cal pretty good. If John Floyd's back next week, we can have a chance if we can move the ball on offense a little bit.
All right. Do you like that new district alignment next year, going north instead of south?
I do. I like it for the kids. We got in a real rut around here for about 6 years of going to Glasgow, and it was nice. It's nice just to see different teams and not see the same group every year. So definitely, I think it was a good move.
And Trimble County's in that district, and we've played Trimble over the last couple of years.
Yes. And we saw Owen County in 7-on-7 this summer. I think that I think we can win in the playoffs. And I told the kids tonight we're moving in the right direction. Last year we got a playoff win. This year, we're sitting here at 6-3 with a game left on our schedule. And we can go make get another playoff win and move forward in the playoffs again, and we're really starting to slowly take the steps that we want to see here, in the 7th year since I started as head coach.
Well, Coach, we do want to recognize that to this point you're 6-3, and that's your most win total since you've been here. So you are moving the program in the right direction. It was great to see the youth league kids here tonight. There was a bunch of kids on the team that'll come up in future Commanders.
Absolutely. I love and appreciate the fact that we got a lot of parents willing to put time in the youth league, and yourself and Bill Pettis and all the coaches. It's so important to continue to grow football in our community and teach kids how to play it safe and get the things out of it that football gives, which is discipline and hard work and working on a team and being accountable, and that's what it's all about, so that those young kids, they grow up, they see our kids, then they go through those same footsteps, they become good people in our community, and that's the end-all be-all go.
All right, well, Coach, we're going to get you out here tonight, get you into with seniors. Thank you very much. Appreciate that to close out our home season tonight. How it's very positive comments from Coach Segresi on a 42-0 loss. It's a good football team, but I think he said it. We're moving in the right direction. We're growing the program. Hopefully, we look at the district next year and DeSales is no longer in it. That'd be fine with me.
Thank you, John. Again, your final score here at the Ben Lewis Field in Springfield. DeSales defeats Washington County by a score of 42-0. Well, up next, as John said, for Washington County, they'll be traveling to Christian Academy Louisville on the Friday night. Our next game will be Friday night as we're on the road with Marion County. It'll be Marion County and Taylor County, 7 o'clock pregame, 7:30 is the kickoff. Ben Lancaster will be joining me for that broadcast a week from tonight at Taylor County High School. Well, let's go finish up our broadcast this evening. I want to thank Matthew Thomas for his help this evening. Also, John Graves for the mic on the field. Thanks back at the studio to Christopher Begley for being our studio engineer this evening. Your final score, DeSales 42, Washington County 0 from the Ben Lewis Field in Springfield. Hal, be good. Wishing you and yours a pleasant evening. So long, everybody.